Welcome to ADT's Sharda Bai Pawar Arts Commerce Science College Shardanagar Baramati. I am Professor Poonam Mishra, brought for you subject bookkeeping and accountancy, in which we have started chapter number 6, dissolution of partnership firm. So students, till now we have seen the simple dissolution in which all the partners mutually decide and to close down their business. So all the dues and liabilities are paid off and accounts are settled by the bank account. Now this is also one of the case in dissolution where one of the partner is became insolvent. He is not in a position to pay his dues, and in that case how the dissolution will happen. So all other process are very same to the simple dissolution, students. The different part is only the final settlement. You know that in a simple dissolution how we do the final settlement. Full and final settlement is done by the payment of cash or check, means the payment is done from the cash or bank account and of the capital balance, and then the bank account and cash account get tally. Now student, here is a some another situation where the one partner is insolvent. Out of three, one partner is insolvent. So how the last or the insolvent partner's account will be settled down or closed down. So let's learn the first read the question and then we will solve the practical problem. Number 8 from your textbook. So Sitaram, Gangaram and Rajaram are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 4 is to 2 is to 3. On 1st April, they agreed to dissolve the partnership and their balance sheet was as follows. So this is the balance sheet information which is available to you students. In that what you can see, for what we have to find first, we have to see the capital balance. If current account is given, then we will prepare the current account, but here in case current account is not given, so what we will do, we will record the opening balance of the capital account of all the partners. So in the partners capital account I will go and I will write down the opening balance of all the partners which is given in the question. 65,000, 45,000 and 7,000 I have written here. After that the reserve fund is there. You know already what we do with the reserve fund. Any reserve fund, any profit and loss balance, if you see in the liability or on the asset side of the balance sheet, that profit and loss or reserve will be distributed among the old partners or all the existing partners. So here I have done, students. Reserve fund is distributed among the partners. Profit and loss is also distributed among the partners. So it's a profit for the partners. Distribution is a gain for the partners. So it is shown on the credit side of the partners capital account. And let me tell you that whatever you will do from take from the balance sheet and you will distribute in the partners, those transaction or item will have only one effect. So what is the ratio? You already know, student, that the ratio is 4 is to 2 is to 3. So reserve fund, how will you distribute? Reserve fund amount is, as per the question, is 18,000 and profit and loss account as per the balance sheet is 5,400. Okay students, so this will be distributed in their ratios. So reserve fund 4 by 9, 2 by 9 and 3 by 9. So reserve fund distribution is 8,000, 4,000 and 6,000. Likewise, profit working note number 2 will be of P&L distribution. P&L distribution amount is for 5,400, 4 by 9, 2 by 9 and 3 by 9 is here. So you will get 22,400, 1,200 and 1,800. That distribution I have written here in the partners capital account. 8,000, 4,000, 6,000, P&L account 2,400, 1,200 and 1,800. Okay, so let's read the question further. Next is loan from Tukaram. So Tukaram is not a partner, students. What we were doing earlier, if partners loan account is there, we used to prepare the separate bank account. But in this case, you don't have to prepare the separate loan account because it's a outsider's liability and Tukaram is not a partner. So how many outsiders liability you can see? Loan from Tukaram, sundry creditors and bills payable. Here you will see building, machinery, furniture, investment, bills receivable, sundry debtor and stock which will be transferred to realization account first. The new thing in this question is cash account and bank account both are given. So what you will do in this case, student? So in this case you will prepare only bank account, students, and you will write the opening balance of the bank to balance brought down. As per the question, the bank's opening balance is 2000 and cash we will write on the debit side of bank account only, that is 5500. So total opening balance of the firm will be 7500. So students, as per the balance sheet we have taken the required information and we have written the opening balance, we have distributed the P&L, we have distributed the reserve fund. So let's move on the adjustment. What does the adjustment says? Remember the ratio is 4 is to 2 is to 3. Okay student, so let's read the adjustment. Adjustment says these assets realized. So first, before doing the adjustment in dissolution, first we have to transfer all the asset till stock, means excluding cash and bank till stock, all the assets will be transferred to realization account. So I will go in the realization account and I will write to sundry asset. I will underline and I will write all the items: building, machinery, furniture, investment, bills receivable, sundry debtors, stock. So whatever the amount of this item is given in the old balance sheet, that we will write here. Okay, and finally the total will be taken in the outer column. So total is 1 lakh 59,500. So student, this is a balance sheet item which we are just transferring into the respective ledger account. So this will not have two effects. This will only have one posting like a final account. So students, I have transferred all the asset. Now how many liability we have to transfer? Capital account you already written in the opening balance, reserve fund and profit and loss account is distributed. So only these three outsiders liability: loan from Tukaram, sundry creditors and bills payable. These three liability will be transferred to realization account. So it will be transferred on the credit side of the realization because the entry is liabilities account debit to realization account. So creditors 12,000, bills payable 4,600, loan from Tukaram. So total of these outsiders liability is 26,600 which I have written in the outer column. Now we will, after doing the all transfer from the old balance sheet, after writing the all opening balance, after doing the distribution of reserve fund and P&L, now we will solve the adjustment. Adjustment is also very simple students. It is said that building 46,750, machinery amount is received 18,550, furniture is received 9,600 and investment is received 10,650, bills receivable is and debtor, bills receivable and debtor together their amount is received 20,750. Okay, so this is the realized amount from selling of all the assets. So entry will be bank account debit to realization account. So you can see in the realization account credit side I have written by bank because bank account debit side will be written and realization account credit side will be written and the opposite name is written. You know that this is the rule of account. So by bank account, building whatever the amount is given, machinery 18,550, furniture 9,600, investment 10,650, bills receivable and debtor 20,750. So the total sold after selling all the asset in this amount total is 1,06,300. So this is the amount which is realized after selling the asset, 1,06,300. So I will write on the bank account debit side and realization account credit side I have written 1,06,300. After that, which adjustment is given? All the liabilities were paid off. How many liability you have transferred to realization account. In realization account, we have transferred the liability of 26,600. Now, this liability will be paid off. So, what will be the entry? Realization account debit to bank account. So realization account debit side will write to bank account. No amount is given, to book value will be written 12,000, 4,600, 10,000, and also they have combined uh, the cost of realization 800. So the entry of the cost of realization is also one and the same, which we will write for the payment of liability. So that's why here I have combined the realization expenses also, because the entry will be realization account debit to bank. So along with the all liability payment, I have written the realization expenses payment also, and the total now I will get 27,400, and it is paid by the bank. So in the bank account credit side I will write by realization account 27,400. So students, we have solved our adjustment till this statement. Now the further statement is different one which you have not done earlier. So please pay attention on this. It is said Rajaram become bankrupt. So out of three partners, the third partner Rajaram is became insolvent, bankrupt, diwalkhor. So he is not able to pay all the money, or anything amount which is payable by him will be not paid by him. So he is only paying, or from his property only 1100 can be recovered. So first we will do the entry for the 1100. So what will be the entry for the 1100 amount which is paid by Rajaram to the business? So entry will be bank account debit to Rajaram Capital. So bank account debit side I have written to Rajaram Capital, and then Rajaram Capital account credit side I will write by bank. In Rajaram column I will write 1100. So this thing is done. Now you are done with the all the adjustment. The different thing is that since Rajaram is bankrupt, he is not able to make full payment. He has paid only 1100. So the remaining amount, or the closing balance of his amount, be borne by, will be beared by Gangaram and Rajaram. So, sorry, Sitaram and Gangaram means whatever the amount which the Rajaram will not pay to the business, because he is payable the amount to the business, but he is paying only 1100 student. So the remaining amount from his capital account, which we will decide after calculating, that will be borne by, or that will be paid by Sitaram and Gangaram. So what will be the entry? So remember this entry, the new entry student will be, because in this case the Sitaram and Gangaram are in the loss, because they are the making the payment, and Rajaram is in the profit. So what will entry will be? Solvent partners account debit to insolvent partners capital account. Solvent means Gangaram and Sitaram. So Gangaram account debit, Sitaram capital account debit to Rajaram capital account will be there. So here you will see that in the capital account all the three columns are there. So first we will close the Rajaram capital, and then only we will come to know. So 18,000 is the debit total, and the credit total of Rajaram is 15,900 student. So I have done the working note for you. So 18,000 is a debit total, and credit total is 15,900. So debit balance is there, means it's a payment which should be made by Rajaram to the business, because he has to pay the amount. So 18,000 minus 15,900, 2,100 is the closing balance. So this closing balance, this due amount will be borne by, or will be paid by Sitaram and Gangaram. So that will be divided in their ratio. So Sitaram ratio will be 2,100 into star means multiplication. So 2,100 into 4 by 6, 1,400. 2,100 into 2 by 6, 700 students. So what will be the journal entry? Sitaram account debit, Gangaram account debit to Rajaram account. So this will be the journal entry for the final settlement of insolvent partner. So insolvent partner will be on the credit side and solvent partner will be on the debit side. So you can see students how I have done. Okay, in the partner's capital account, Rajaram, this is this amount you will do the circle. I can't do the circle. I have written it in a red pen. So students, Sitaram capital account 1400. So amount, opposite name is written and amount will be in the account column. So Raja Ram in the journal entry, Raja Ram is on the credit side. So here in the Raja Ram column credit side amount will be written, but the name will be written of Sitaram and Gangaram. So Sitaram capital account 1400, Gangaram capital account 700. And Sitaram and Gangaram is on the debit side in the journal entry. You can see Sitaram and Gangaram. So here in the debit side of Sitaram and Gangaram I will write to Rajaram account in Sitaram column 1400 and Gangaram column 700. So now we have actually closed the insolvent partners account. Now we have to close the solvent partners. So on the debit side these two item is there. So debit total is 25,400 and credit total is 75,400. So 75,400 is a higher amount. So this total will be written on the both side and the closing balance will be written on the debit side. So 75,400 minus 25,400 you will get the 50,000 closing balance. Likewise the Gangaram's credit side total is 50,200 and debit total is 12,700. So after deducting 12,000 debit total from the credit total 50,200, the closing balance will remain 37,500, and in front of this and this item, this amount you will do circle with pencil. I have shown it in a red pen. So to bank account 50,000, 37,500. You know what you will do with the capital account balance. Now the capital account balance, now this amount is already we have transferred student. This is the closing balance of Rajaram which is already being transferred here. So only these two partners balance will be transferred in the bank account. So by Sitaram capital account 50,000, by Gangaram capital account 37,500. Now you can see the debit total of bank account is 1,14,900. Here also 1,14,900. So it is getting tallied. So we'll write the tally amount 1,14,900. So 1,14,900 is a tally amount. 1,14,900. Okay students, so you know how to write the total. You have to do the double lining in while writing the total, and the balance you will write in the circle. So it is tallied students, and this is your tally amount. Okay, so hope you understood this problem. Kindly solve the other problem from insolvent. One partner insolvent means practical problem 9 and 10 you attempt by your own. If you have any difficulty, ask me in the mid session. Thank you.